Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brittany and today I'm going to do something a little bit different with my junk journaling video. I thought that I would talk to you guys a little bit and then put some music at the end for you to watch and enjoy. But I wanted to explain something. My husband, when he was watching one of these, told me, why do you take stuff off camera and then bring it back on? And I guess I didn't explain that when I first started this episode, but a lot of the things that I put into my junk journals are from my pen pals and my friends and post crossings. And so they have their information on it, like their name, their address. And to protect their privacy, I take like the postcards and stuff off camera so that I can flip them over and put the adhesive on it. So if ever that happens and you're wondering, okay, why is she not doing anything for like 30 seconds? That's why. It's because I want to protect all of my friends and pen pals' privacy and personal information. And then I also wanted to say that there are times when I do more work in my journals off camera, like after I film. So for this month, I actually have a lot of receipts from things that I purchased, and some just more personal items that have that personal identifying information on it. So I did work a good bit in this section of the journal after I filmed. And I wish that I could show you guys everything, but I hope that you'll understand that I want to protect everybody's information. But then I also wanted to share that I do have a TWSBI coming, so that's an upcoming video if you're interested. I've pre-ordered the latest one, which is the matcha green TWSBI, and then I did get my hands on, well, my hands aren't on it yet, but I've acquired another limited edition TWSBI and hopefully it gets through customs because it is overseas. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any issues with it. So whenever that comes, I will do a video, and in the meantime, I'm going to search for an ink for it. So I'm gonna possibly order some samples. I don't know, but if I do order samples, I'll come on and do a little swatching with you. I might save that pen until July, but we'll see. So, the other thing I wanted to mention is I've been struggling a lot lately with my journaling systems. And I think the biggest issue or the reason why I'm struggling is because I took on this project this year with getting my junk journals caught up. And if you started with me when I started this series, I explained a little bit about how I learned about junk journaling when I was in graduate school. And because I was so busy with all of my studies and projects that involved, I didn't feel like I had time to do it, right? So after I had some time off and watched some other people create in their journals, I decided that I wanted to tackle mine. Now, in the meantime, the entire time that I was in graduate school, I saved all of my items that I wanted to include in my journals. So I organized them into folders by month, and then I did an Excel spreadsheet uh, where I dated the items where I got them, and then I put some information about the date that I received them or ordered them. And so I had all of that stuff organized, and that's what's been helping me to keep things straight when I assemble them. But yeah, I just feel like I'm struggling a little bit because it's a lot of stuff. Like I said, I do work on these off camera after I film and add more to them. So you can imagine the memories that are coming up. Um, there's things that are giving me ideas for new projects, and then I'm being reminded of projects that I started but didn't finish because I have like the paper ephemera reminding me. And then also, I just love going back through all the postcards that I received over the last 3, 4 years from pen pals and friends and post crossings, and reading those messages and seeing their custom little stamps. It's been great, but that's a lot to process too. I mean, I'm going through 4 years worth of memories in a very, very condensed short time. So, this is giving me an opportunity to use new art supplies. So right here you're seeing me use those new Archer and Olive gel pens that came in the Nature's Curiosity subscription box that I just did a video on. And then I'm also getting to use my dual pens from Yoseka Stationery. They're up in the upper left right now. So that when you first write with them, it's one color, and then when you erase, it's like a friction pen. When you erase, the ink turns a different color. So I'm happy about that. And then, of course, I found a new adhesive, which is the double-sided Scotch tape you see in the top center. However, this has made me wonder, should I tackle a similar project in another journaling system? And I think I might have mentioned before, but I kind of got away from my Hobonichi Techo last year. Now, last year, 2024, was my first year attempting the Hobonichi Techo. And I think that I just got so excited about all the different ways that you could fill one in and use it that I tried several of those. And then it took me a while to settle on a system that I liked and that worked for me. And I'm still kind of going through that this year, finding what works and what I like. But luckily, I have everything saved. So it wouldn't be too difficult for me to go back and backfill that journal. So I'm kind of toying with that idea. But other than that, all my journaling systems are going well. I have to say that the one that I'm keeping the most up to date on are my traveling or my fitness journal with my virtual races and my Bible journaling. So I'm very happy about that. But yeah, I'm going to let you guys finish watching this. That's a little update, little heads up on future videos on pens, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.